Alright guys, welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for Southampton content for a match review of our first win whilst, well, for a lot of things, first win in 3 months, first win whilst we have the Saints View as our channel, and our first win under Ralph Hasenhuttl, and also our first win in I think 30 attempts against the top 6. 3-2 win over Arsenal at St Mary's. I mean, I'm filming this about 3 hours post full time, and my god am I still buzzing. We were just, it's just so relieving that we've got a win. It didn't matter who it would be against. I mean, it's a little bit of a bonus that it's against Arsenal and that we've ended their 22 game unbeaten run, but I'm lost for words. Hasenhuttl has come in, had a week with the boys, and it makes you think, God, if we sacked Hughes and brought Hasenhuttl in over the international break, you know, we could have beaten Fulham, we may have sort of 9, maybe even 12 points, which is kind of crazy to think. But look, it is what it is. He's come in, didn't have a lot of time before the Cardiff game. We lost that one. Okay, cancels the day off. We have a full week of training with the extra day, obviously, because the game is on Sunday. And, you know, it's clearly paid off. That little bit more of intensity, that little bit more of desire, that fight to get to the ball first, clearly evident. But going into the game, of course, I wasn't there, unfortunately. I had work commitments, but I was trying to follow it as best I can. Danny Ings scoring after around 20 minutes. Superb cross, decent header as well. 1-0. Pretty comfortable, it seemed. I think Arsenal had a few shots saved by McCarthy. Just sort of straight out, nothing too dangerous. Soon after, though, unfortunately, Henrik Mkhitaryan did equalise. You could say it's poor defending. I think it's a really good cross, but in the build-up to his header, you know, we've got to get it away. And defensive problems do still lie in the team, but you know, we didn't let that get over us. And I think maybe under Mark Hughes we could have conceded another and gone into the break 2-1 down. However, that's not the case. We kept going for it, and another decent cross. Poor defending in my view as well. You know, Ings is allowed to run through 2 centre-backs. Another goal for Danny Ings, another header, outstanding header, top corner, and that's just before half-time, and it gives us a real lift going into half-time. However, it was always going to be difficult in this second half because obviously Arsenal are second-half FC. They haven't actually gone into it. I think they haven't actually led at half-time in a single Premier League game this season, which is crazy to think. But you know, they're where they are because of their second half performances, and it looked like it might have been one of those days again. Henrik Mkhitaryan equalised, got his second of the game pretty soon after the half-time level, and then it was sort of back to back. It was quite end to end, very equal, tight game, but luckily enough we were the ones who came out on top. Charlie Austin with a header in the 85th minute. I have to say, decent work from Shane Long, who came on. He may not be a goal scoring striker, unfortunately, but he's definitely done well in his involvement in that goal and definitely played a big part in that. And then another notable point was Tyreke Johnson, who is a regular for the under-23s, did make his debut for Southampton. He only played about 2 minutes, I think it was in the end, not too much. But, you know, another under-23 player who's been given a chance, and the fact that he got a place in the squad over sort of Elianusi, Gabbiadini, you know, that's a massive statement. But obviously I can't describe the emotion from a standpoint of view because I obviously wasn't in the stadium, but my god, I was, you know, I was in work, I was following the game, and when it was full time I just was so relieved, and also quite smug because I've had quite a few Arsenal fans chatting a bit this week. We won't name names, but Noah, literally, you know, they can stay unidentified, but it doesn't matter that we've beaten Arsenal. To be honest, it's just 3 points. We're out of the relegation zone. 17th, obviously, it's not the best position, but we've still got a good number of games to finish off the season, and we've got a load of games in the next couple of weeks. Huddersfield away on Saturday. I'm going. Quite a few of us from Saints are going, I think, actually. So will be definitely a good day out. Very important game though. If we win that, we're really going to be rocking. It's getting a bit harder looking at the table. You know, we have to pick up wins now. Draws aren't going to be enough. And what's good is that 2 games into Hasenhuttl's reign, we're out of the relegation zone already. So if we can keep picking up the wins, points against bigger sides, and we win against the teams around us, then you know we can really propel up the table. But thank you very much for watching. A massive result. I mean, you can see the smile on my face throughout the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, of course, like, comment your reaction to the game, and we will see you next week. Thanks for watching.